Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. I'm here again with another quick little project for you. Today's tutorial is how to make these little packets here, which each hold one of these little tiny lint bunnies. They're quite easily available in this country in the run up to Easter. They come in a pack of 5, packaged like this, but I thought I would just improve the packaging and make something a bit sweet for them to go in. These are going to be table favours on my table at Easter, I think, so I'm going to make a whole series of these. And today I'm going to show you how I made them. So what do we need to make these little packages? The first thing you're going to need is a strip of card. On the pink one I've used Blushing Bride. On the yellow one I've used Daffodil Delight. Today I'm going to use Pool Party. My card strip is 21 centimetres long by 5 centimetres wide, or in imperial measurements that's 8 1/4 by 2 inches. You're also going to need our stitch framelit shapes. These come in a pack of 12 shapes, 4 squares, 4 ovals and 4 circles for £27. Absolute bargain for those 12 shapes. And today we're going to need the second largest circle. I've already cut my circle out. Already die cut that out with my Big Shot, and I've cut it out of our shimmery white cardstock, which is £7.25 for a pack of 10. It's on page 175 of the annual catalogue, and it's a lovely card for watercolouring, and we're going to just do a little bit of watercolouring to put a background on there in a moment. What else will you need? You'll need our scallop tag topper punch, which is brilliant. You can see how I've used that to do the tops of my little packages. You're going to need the Pool Party matching ink pad and an aqua painter to do our little bit of watercolouring. Again, coordinating Pool Party ribbon. And of course we're going to need the bunny and the carrot, which come from the basket bundle set. Just trying to pick them up here. I don't have this set, but I managed to stamp some with a friend. So I managed to stamp some little bunnies and carrots because I knew I wanted to use them on this project, but I don't actually have the whole set. But it's one that's on my wish list, definitely. What else will we need? To do the sentiment, the Happy Easter, I use the Crazy About You set because it has Easter, has happy, so you can just use those stamps separately. And last but not least, you're going to need some glue. I'm going to use a little bit of our Tombow liquid glue. I'm going to use a few dimensionals and a couple of glue dots. So that's everything you need. How did I make my little pouch? Right, first of all, you take your cardstock, your strip of cardstock, and you're going to use your scallop punch. Push it in as far as it will go and press down, and you'll get a lovely scalloped. This is so useful, this punch. I can't tell you how many times I've used it. It's such a good idea. You can make bookmarks, you can make tags. Absolutely brilliant. And another one. You're then going to need to score, and I've just realised I've left my scoreboard. Excuse me. And we're going to score at 3.5 inches, and then turn round and score at 3.5 inches. Excellent. So we've now got the basis of our little treat package. It's going to go like that. Now we can decorate it. So we're going to take our stitched shape, and we are going to use our aqua painter and a little bit. I'm going to press, those of you who haven't seen this trick, if you squish down your stamp pads, what will happen is some of the ink will go on the lid, and you can then use that as a kind of palette while you're watercolouring. Can you see I've picked up some ink there. So with my aqua painter, I can stop the camera, there we go. With the aqua painter I can pick up that colour and just swoosh it, and you can see how beautifully it goes onto the shimmery white card. So try not to use too much water, it's going to be too wet. There we go. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, that's all I want, just that little background on there. Really easy to do. I'll leave that to dry for a few minutes while we colour in the bunny and the carrot. And again, I've left my watercolour crayons. Thought I had everything ready that I needed, obviously not. Okay, and to do this I'm going to use a tiny little bit of pink for his ears. So I'm just going to put some watercolour pencil on the inside of his ears. I'm going to use the pumpkin pie pencil to do his bow tie and the carrot. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of old olive around the leaves just to give them a bit of colour. So there's nothing to colour in really, just go over top of them, leaving a little bit of a border around the edge. Okay, and then back to my aqua painter. Just make sure you haven't got any excess Pool Party on there. That will come out quite easily. And then you can just swoosh the watercolour pencils. They'll make a lovely watercolour wash used like this. There we go. Get rid of the pink. Just do the orange. Really quick to do this. Really brilliant. Okay. And get rid of the orange and the old olive, the green leaves. There we are. How quick was that? That's perfect. My circle's still, it's just a little bit damp, so I'm going to do a couple of other jobs before I come back to doing that, to looking at that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my stamping of my greeting on here. So again, I need my Pool Party pad. I'm going to stamp Happy Easter at the top and Easter at the bottom. So I've got them ready set up on clear blocks. This one's on a G block. I stamp it in my Pool Party ink and try and line it up. Sorry if I get my head in the way here, but I need to be on top of it to make sure it's straight. Difficult to do when you're videoing. There we go. Happy. And I've got my Easter on a B block here. Ready up. I might better do it up the right way. That's upside down. There we go. And I'm going to do that where near the bottom fold so that I've got room to put my stitch shape in between. There we go. Happy Easter. Brilliant. Next, I'm going to glue my stitch circle with its photo colour background onto my tag here, and I'm going to use our liquid glue to do this. I find it really quick and really effective, this glue. So you can squeeze quite, she says, not coming out, squeeze just a little bit on there so you don't use too much. You don't need too much to hold this. So you can squeeze that on and put that there. And then on the bunny and the carrot, I'm actually going to use dimensionals to make them stand out a little bit. So I just need, and what I've actually done is I've cut some of the border, because otherwise they're quite big, some of the dimensionals. So I've just cut some of the border so that they will fit on some of the little places that I want to stick down. So they will fit on his ears like this, and on his head, one on his head, and one down. And now we just need dimensionals on the little carrot. Oh, I can't get them off. I've cut my nails. I haven't quite got enough nails today. There we go. So one on the carrot and another one on the leaves. Okay, so we're set now to put them onto our tag. There we go. There we are. So I'm going to stick the bunny onto our watercoloured stitched framelit, and his carrot just looking like he's holding it in his hand. It's quite a big carrot for this size of bunny, actually. Hey ho. There we go. Right, so we're nearly there. Okay, so we've got our scallop tag package made. Just need to fold it up. Of course, we need the little bunny in the centre of it. So what I'm going to use is some glue dots to do that. So a couple of glue dots in the base. I found this is the easiest way to do it. So if you just use the glue dots straight from the package, you can just put them on there. A couple on the base, which will hold our little bunny in place when you put him on there. So there we go. He's not going anywhere. And then the last thing we need to do is just thread some ribbon through. So I've got Pool Party ribbon. Always difficult to judge quite how much ribbon you need, but take it through and make sure you allow enough to make a bow. So I think that's probably enough. Let's trim that off. nice pointed edge, and just tie a bow at the top, and there you have it. Little Easter table favour. So we now have, get rid of all the rubbish, we now have a set of 3. Like I said, I'm going to make several of these to decorate my Easter table. Hope you enjoyed the project. Pop over to my blog, paperdaisycrafting.blogspot.com, if you want to have a closer look at these, and if you'd like to subscribe to either my YouTube channel or my blog, I'd be delighted that you're interested in keeping up to date with my projects. That's all for today. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.